Welcome to part 4 of my 5 fall travel videos. This video covers day 29 through day 32 of our 6-week trip. On day 29, we started out with a stop at the Cadillac Ranch, then back to the Big Texan for lunch before we headed off to see the Palo Duro Canyon. A little history on that Cadillac Ranch. It was conceived by a couple of art students from Tulane University while they were living in the mountains of north of San Francisco. And they also founded something called the Ant Farm as an alternative architectural practice. They had sketched up their idea and submitted it to a list of eccentric millionaires in 1972. One of them living in Amarillo by the name of Stanley Marsh, who ended up funding the project. The ranch was originally located in a wheat field, but in 1997 it was moved 2 miles to the west to a cow pasture where it is now, along I-40, and that was in order to place it further from the limits of the growing city. And then Stanley passed away in 2014, leaving the property to a family trust. Now, writing graffiti on or spraying painting the vehicles is now encouraged. At one time, the cars were restored to the original colors by a motel chain, Hampton Inn, but within 24 hours they were covered with graffiti again. The Cadillac RV resort next door, they kind of picked up on that Cadillac theme also. So we stopped at Big Texan for lunch. Nothing drastic, just burgers and fries and stuff. I did not try their $12 a slice cake though. That was just ridiculous. Check out the rest of the area. Apparently they have an entertainment different times of the year. Now they give a 72-ounce free meal, steak meal, if you can eat it all within an hour. Now look at this. One guy, first place, ate it in 4 minutes and 18 seconds. Then the second was 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and 20 minutes. I can't believe somebody could eat all that meal. It's unbelievable. In just literally minutes. And they give you a whole hour to eat it. After lunch, we made a 32-mile drive down to the Palo Duro State Park. It only took us about a little less than an hour. Now, the Palo Duro Canyon State Park is located in the Texas Panhandle near the cities Amarillo and Canyon. It is the second largest canyon in the United States at 120 miles long with an average width of 6 miles. And it's around 820 feet deep, but in some locations as much as 1,000 feet deep. And it's known as the Grand Canyon of Texas. We arrived about mid-afternoon. The weather was absolutely gorgeous. In fact, the gift shop was just closing, so it was actually quite late in the afternoon. There were some people who were climbing up into that hole, which I thought they were nuts because you can tell there's been several landslides there. There's some wild turkeys. They have a big amphitheater there, and of course it was empty when we were at the time. And I guess occasionally they put on musicals and plays and stuff. There it is, Pioneer Amphitheater. We went in and walked around just to take a look at it anyway. Day 30 was a 3-hour drive, 201 miles from Amarillo, Texas over to Weatherford, Oklahoma. Didn't see much, saw a lot of windmills. Then we stopped at the Weatherford Wanderlust Crossing RV Park in Weatherford. After we got checked in, we went out and discovered the Lucille's Roadhouse Diner. And that's a little historic place on Route 66, so we had dinner there. It's a real and beautiful park. I don't think the diner portion was open. We was over on the other side because there's nobody in there. Had to pick up a souvenir. Day 31 was another traveling day, just making the 296-mile, 4.5-hour drive from Weatherford over to Carthage, Missouri, stopping briefly at the Will Rogers Archway Oasis on I-44 and we camped at the Coach Light RV Park in Carthage. And on day 32, we traveled from Carthage over to Branson, Missouri. This is relatively a short drive. It was only 104 miles. Took us about an hour and a half to get there. And we checked in at the Branson KOA. One thing about Branson, if you're not driving up a 10% grade, you're driving down a 10% grade. So I wasn't crazy about the roads they had there. This will conclude our part 4 video. Now coming back for part 5, we will drive up to Springfield and go to the Bass Pro Shop Aquarium and Wildlife Museum, and that is something to see. Then we will drive down from Branson down to Memphis, Tennessee, and visit another Bass Pro Shop down there called the Pyramid. And from there, we'll be making our way all the way home. So if you're interested, come back and see part 5.